Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and I hope you are all having a fabulous day. Today's video is going to be like a tattoo story time kind of video, telling you about like all my tattoos. And it kind of comes with a reason. Recently, there's been a ton of people who have entered the Inked magazine cover contest, where you can basically win $25,000, which I really need, and have the cover shot of their magazine. There are a ton of entries and a lot of beautiful women, and we are like broken up into different groups. So my group has like 57 people in it, and I've been currently staying at second and third place, but only the first place person gets to move on to the next round. And so I was talking to my sister, and she's like, you should do a story time video about your tattoos. And I was like, I don't know, they're kind of not that interesting, but I was like, what the heck, let's just do it. So I figured we would just sit down today and talk tattoos. And if you guys are interested in learning about all of this fun ink, stick around and we'll get right into it. Alrighty, so we're gonna start off by talking about my very first tattoo, which is covered up. You can still slightly see it underneath. So it was a pink flower, and it had like some filigree. You could kind of see some filigree around here. It was really dark, so it was a lot harder to cover up. But if you're not really looking too hard at it, you can't really see it. But it was just like I think it was like a pink lily, I believe is what it was. And it was just, I can't even remember how old I was. I want to say I was like 19 when I got it in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We went to Saks tattoo parlor downtown Albuquerque, and it was just kind of flash, just picked it up off the wall, and that was it. We didn't do any research really on tattoo artists or anything like that, so it's like rookie mistake number one. But young and stupid, but Saks was the place to go to, that everybody went to get tattoos in Albuquerque. So I did, and I fainted. I am not good with needles or pain or anything like that, and I remember I forgot to breathe, and my sugar just like went down. They had to go get me a soda, and I just remember that lightheaded feeling, and I was just like, whoa. And I think it lasted a couple minutes, came back, and yeah, it's amazing to see how far I've come since then. I did like it. I probably wouldn't have covered it up if it wasn't for, continuing on and making everything try to flow together. But it is what it is. So my second tattoo was this blue flower, and same person did it. I think his name was Ed. They're at Saks. So we ended up just going back to him, and again, I was just like, give me another flower. Give me another one. Why not? And I think I was supposed to go back. It never really was completely finished. I think there was supposed to be added a few other things. But no. And I have had it touched up, the blue, over the years. I think one time I did have it touched up whenever I got the rest of all this part done. And also for this one, fainted again. I know, big old baby. But I've learned over the years, you gotta breathe and not get in your head. And I'm just thinking about it, it's like a weak sauce, right? Arm tattoo. Fainting, get out of here. So that's my second tattoo, and then I think my third one, it went years between my second tattoo and my third tattoo, because I just never knew what I wanted. And like literally by the time I got my third tattoo, we were already living up in Washington. So I got these tattoos in like, I want to say like somewhere between 2004 and 2006. So by the time I got this one, I think it was already like 2000, maybe 2010. So there was a large gap in between my tattoos, just because I just didn't know what I wanted. And so in between that time, Dustin was getting all the tattoos. So I'll show you this one. And this actually, it's a 3/4 sleeve. When I first started this, it actually ended about right here. And it was a Valentine's present from Dustin. He designed it with a tattoo artist. His name was Patrick. His tattoo shop is Adam's Family Ink, and he's in Enumclaw, Washington, and he's so good. His line work is impeccable, and he does really amazing Japanese work. So Dustin just said, hey, I booked you a tattoo appointment. It's on this date, this time, and it's already paid for. It's already designed. Just show up and get it. So of course, it's my husband. Of course, I trust him. So I said, okay. And this took a couple of sessions. Just like, even like this first half, I think it was like 2 or 3 sessions that this took. Later on, I decided that I wanted to extend it. So again, I went back to the same artist and I said, hey, I want to make it longer. I'd always just decided that I was only going to do 3/4 the way, in case I wanted to go back to work. It'd be easier for me to cover up. Obviously, I've kind of changed a little bit on that. But I don't have this part of the elbow done, which I kind of wish that I did. But I don't want to have another artist come in and add to this, because I I like to keep it the same. But oh well. And yeah, Dustin knew that I loved fall. It's like one of my favorite seasons, and the leaves and the oranges, and I just love it. And so I thought it was really cool, and it's just like wind spiraling with the leaves blowing, and I just think it's beautiful. I really, really do like it. So, and I've been a chicken, look. No inner bicep tattoos. I keep saying I'm getting to that point where I want to get them done, but I've just been such a big baby and I know it's gonna hurt. So I already have some ideas though for at least this inner bicep of what I want. So let's see, I think my next tattoo is my chest tattoo. And 2 scorpions and a rose. And when this started out, there were no leaves on here. The leaves were added by a different artist. And the different artist also fixed like some of the line work and deepened up the red in the flower. But this tattoo took 7 hours, and I sat in one sitting one day. I knocked it out. And the guy that did this, he's like, I kind of made one of those decisions where it's like, he didn't really have a studio. He kind of did it in his living room, but he gave me a really great price, and I did check out his work. I really did. But I knew I wasn't going to get anything like too crazy or anything like that. And I do want eventually, I think I would like to get some more work done on the scorpions and just kind of, I don't know, just make them look better. It's not the greatest, but I still really enjoy it. I don't regret it. I don't. But I think it looks better with the added leaves and the rose touched up. But eventually, someday, the rest of it will get touched up as well. And so I think from there is this, adding on to this tattoo, my first 2 tattoos. So then we added some of this filigree here, and we added this rose and this flower here, and that took 2 sessions. The first session we did a lot of the outlining of everything, and we filled in all of the filigree in the solid black. That did not feel so great, and that session took another 7 hours. This here, the ditch here, the elbow ditch, does not feel great. This does not feel great. But Dustin and I were, let's see. Okay, so the second session, I went back and had all the flowers colored in. So that was the second session. That didn't last as long. I think it was just a couple of hours. But I really wanted to get it done because Dustin and I were going to Vegas to renew our vows for our 10-year wedding anniversary. And so I really wanted it to be done. And those were done by Ross at Aces and Eights Tattoo in Lakewood, Tacoma. And he is really good too. I really enjoy his line work, and he does some really good saturation, and yeah, I really enjoy him. So I say if you guys are in that area, I'd go check him out. He did really good. Oh yeah, we also added this flower too, and did the cover up of my original tattoo, if you guys can see that. Yes, you can see most of the filigree. You can't really see the flower, but I still think it looks good. So the next one is, I believe, my head tattoo. Or was it? Okay, I totally missed a tattoo, guys. So before I finish this, I got, let's see if I can show you guys. It's up here and it says love with the heart, the autism heart puzzle piece tattoo. Dustin went on a motorcycle poker run and he won a raffle, and it was like a $50 gift certificate to Aces and Eights Tattoo. And so we went in just one day, and I think it was like an intern. I was the only person there, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna get anything too crazy, so you know, we can get it done. It did cost more than $50, so we had paid a little bit extra, but that one, I mean, that one like literally took like, I think like an hour. Did it feel good? No. Did any of them feel good? No. But it's temporary pain, guys. So, okay, so next one is my head tattoo, and it's been a few days since I've had it razored, but that is that. You guys can see, and it is a skeleton, and she's like a pin-up. She's got her little bandana in her hair, and then there's just some flowers. And yes, I know I'm crazy, and I only get crazier. I love the idea of the head tattoo since my head was shaved, but it took me a while to actually like pull the trigger and like go get it done. I got this one done. It was in Tacoma at Brass Monkey Tattoo, and it was done by an artist named Seth. I do not believe he is there anymore. I think he's moved out of town. But he was really good, and he was super patient with me, and I think he did a really good job. I was really careful. I did not want anything like on my face. So everything is underneath my hairline. That way, if I grew my hair out, there would nothing on my face. And yeah, Dustin's not all about those face tattoos, and I'm not either. But yeah, whenever it's like razored closely, you can really see it better. The color seems to have faded a little bit, but I do try to keep it shiny, but with my hair growing out, it gets darker. And yes, it hurt a lot. And my actual inspiration for tattooing my head was Cressida off of the Hunger Games movies. I just thought hers just looked so pretty and so cool. I'm like, I want to look that cool. And so, and Dustin is not a, one to, you know, show reason. He was like just convincing me to do it. And he wasn't even in town. He was deployed. And so he was like, make sure you get it done before I get home. I was like, okay. So I went and to tattoo shops, and I talked to a couple of different artists and tried to find the right person to do this, because this is a big deal tattoo. So I was not just gonna be all willy-nilly, okay, you know, random guy, oh, you're free, okay, tattoo my head. No, I put more time and effort into looking for the tattoo artist, and I really enjoy like the pinup, the retro look and stuff like that. And I've always had a thing for skeletons and skulls since I was a little girl. And so I thought it was really cool. And because I have so many flowers, I thought it would be cool to incorporate some flowers and the leaves and stuff like that. So it kind of just all ties in together. So, and let's see, this one took, did that take 7 hours? Yes. Did it? No. No, this took 3.5 hours. This took 3.5 hours. So, yeah, I really like it, and I've had it now for several years. I think, when did I get it? I think it was maybe like 2016, 2017. I'm really bad with my dates, guys. I'm trying to, I think it was like Dustin's last deployment. So, I mean, it's been several years since he's deployed. And it was, I can't remember. It's been a few years since I've gotten this. And so, next tattoo is a leg tattoo, guys. And it is my thigh piece. Let me see if I can stand up so you guys can see it. Yeah. She's like the Rosie the Riveter, little retro pinup girl. I do have, this one is actually something that has the most like sentiment and meaning, because everything else is just stuff that I like. People are always like, you know, your tattoos, they're on you forever. You should have a story and a meaning. And the story is, I like it. I feel like my tattoos, they're pretty much like classic. A lot of flowers, florals and stuff, and that just never goes out of style. It's nature. Nature does not go out of style. And I love the colors and the seasons and stuff like that. So I'm good with that, and not having, you know, stories that go along with my tattoos. So I guess let me stand up again and I can show you guys exactly all the meanings to this tattoo. Okay, so her arm, she's got tattoos here on her arm, and up here it's a cupcake, a skull cupcake, and it's a skull and crossbones because I love skulls since I was a little kid. And it's a cupcake because I actually went to culinary school and I love baking, and so the bones are like a rolling pin, you know, coming across and stuff like that. So I thought it was super cool, and that kind of represents me. Then down here are the puzzle pieces, which obviously represent PJ and Jackson because they are both on the autism spectrum, and she does have bearing some boob there. And then I've got two little hearts right here, one with a D and one with an L, Dustin and Laura, and little hearts. And then the traditional, you know, a lot of people have the spider there on the elbow, and actually my dad, his nickname was Spider, and so are a couple of my uncles, so I thought that was kind of cool to incorporate that in there as well. And then here I have a koi fish because Dustin, my husband, is a Pisces. So I thought that was just super cool. And I just like it, pinup, and was able to incorporate, you know, some personality and stories and represent some people on that tattoo. That was done by Lance in Tacoma, Washington, and he does a lot of Army Ranger and military people's tattoos, and yeah, I actually really like that one. I like the color on it. And funny story, he actually let Dustin tattoo me. So the fish tail is not, it looks let's just say this, Dustin is not an artist. Dustin is not a tattoo artist. It's not the best. And Dustin also did the little hearts for our initials, and kind of doesn't look like hearts. But I still think it's fun. I have that story, and my husband tattooed me. So it doesn't look super great because his skills are not there, but I still really like it anyway. And so let's see, what's next? I think this one? No. Oh my gosh, let's see. Okay, so next tattoo is, now we're getting into tattoos since we've gone here to Georgia, Alabama. So all of my work that I've had done here is by the same artist, because typically we like to be like really we find an artist that we love, we're pretty loyal to that artist, especially if it's like we're going back for like the same style. So my first tattoo when I got here was the other side of my head. And okay, let's see if I can figure out how so you guys can see it. Okay, so we went to several tattoo shops in the area. Of course, you know, we're like Facebook, we're new here, like give us recommendations on good tattoo artists. Went to a couple places, not good. I can tell you some places to stay away from. But we ended up stumbling across Silver Eagle Tattoo Company off of Macon Road in Columbus, Georgia. And I just gotten so into the American traditional tattoos. A friend of mine recommended Silver Eagle, and she had a different tattoo artist that's there, an Adam. He's also really good. But Chris Dolson, he actually like super specializes in American traditional, and he enjoys doing head tattoos. So I ended up getting with him, and we've been super loyal to him. He's like the only tattoo artist Dustin and I have been tattooed by here in Georgia. And so yeah, he helped me come up. I had like a different idea for this tattoo here. I originally had wanted a larger bird and then two smaller ones, one to represent Dustin and the two kids. But with his expertise and knowledge, he did not think it was going to be the correct thing to put on my head. And so we ended up just going with the bigger one and some flowers. And so we got the, let me see if I can tie my hair. We tried to, you know, try to match the flowers here. I mean, they're not perfect, obviously, but just as closely as possible, just for some symmetry. And yeah, we made sure not to go on the hairline, and I really enjoy it. And it's funny though, because like both sides of my head tattooed, different artists. This side took 3.5 hours, and this side took 1.5. Dustin got to go with me to get this side of my head tattooed, which was super fun. And oddly enough, this side did not hurt as much as this side. I don't know if it was, you know, I mean, there's the pain of a tattoo, it all varies. Like, is the artist, is he heavy-handed, light-handed? You know, this side took longer than this side. Is that why this side hurt more? Because I had to sit there longer and it took more time, you know? Or also, it's like, I notice whenever Dustin shaves my head, one side is more sensitive than the other. So it's like sleeping patterns also. One head is more desensitized than the other. So, you know, pain of tattoos, everything always varies by so many people. And so, yeah, and like after I got this one done, I just thought it would hurt so bad. I'm like, I'm not gonna get the other side done. I'm done with tattoos. I don't think I want anymore. I'm done. And then obviously, like once it was healed, I'm like, I think I want the other side done. So you kind of forget about it. But yeah, I was so finally glad when I was done. With the head. And then now I'm like, I'm thinking, because I have this spot back here. You guys can see it down in here. I'm thinking, do I want a tattoo back there? I don't know. Some people say yes, some people say no. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not other people's decisions. It's my decision. But I always want to make the right decision. And I've had a thing for eyeballs, and I've always wanted like an eyeball tattoo. And so I think that might be a good spot for an eyeball, but I don't know. I'm still mulling it over, but we'll see. I'm still recovering from my latest tattoo. But yeah, Chris is super awesome. And so the next tattoo I got from him, I want to say is this one right here. And this is a skull with a flower. Are we shocked? I do have some ideas for what I want to get right here, but I am not going all the way to the wrist. I am just staying right here. But I mean, that's a flower. Everything else is flowers and skulls because I like skulls. No story. But Chris did an amazing job. Look at that line work, you guys. Look how clean it is. So good. We're definitely gonna miss him whenever we move to Colorado in a couple of weeks. We can find another artist as good as he is, because he is just fantastic. So next tattoo is my other leg tattoo. You know what, you guys? Did I even talk about coming? I think I did. I did think about that one. Sorry. My brain's not working. Okay, so next is this leg tattoo. All right, so that tattoo was kind of a flash. Like, I like that. I think it would fit nicely in that spot. It says till death, and of course it's American traditional. It's got some rose and some leaves. It's got a dagger going through it, and you know, it represents Dustin and I. And he was supposed to get a matching tattoo, the same one. He hasn't gotten it yet. I don't honestly think he's ever gonna get it. But oh well, I have mine and I like it. And he's got plenty of tattoos to represent us. Anyways, he actually has my face tattooed on him. He's got a giant scorpion on his ribs because I'm Scorpio. What else does he have of me tattooed on him? He has our wedding anniversary and Roman numerals on his arm. He used to have, oddly enough, when we were in high school, we were just dating. He got our initials tattooed on his back. He was serious. Luckily, it's worked out. Although it is now covered up. But it's okay. It was bad. It wasn't looking so hot. It needed a little pick-me-up. So that is going to lead me to my latest tattoo. And let me tell you, it is by far the most painful tattoo I have ever got. And that is my back piece. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to show you guys. I'm going to insert a video, picture, so you guys can see it all. But it is from the top, and it comes all the way down. So it is a piece of work, and it took 5 tattoo sessions. The very first session was all of the outline, and that was painful. To me, the outline of a tattoo is the most painful part of a tattoo. I like the shading. Like, I don't mind the shading at all, except there's an exception I will talk about momentarily. But yeah, a lot of times I watch these tattoo shows and I talk to people and they're like, oh, shading is the worst. I'm like, y'all are crazy. Outline sucks. And the thing with American traditional tattoos is that the outlines are thick. So it's usually they have to do multiple passes to get that thick, bold line that American traditional tattoos have. And I get it. My back is not huge. I'm not a big person. I'm 4'11". I'm a petite girl. So, but it was a lot, and it took us 3.5 hours. Chris is actually really quick. He's great with his, timing and stuff like that, and he does amazing work. He's that good. So that was the first session. And the second session we did shading. So that wasn't as bad. I mean, I totally have had worse. I was like, okay. The third session we did color, except for the flowers. So we did, we didn't do like the little detail coloring. It was just more of like the more bolder of the shading and coloring of it. The fourth session was death. I literally have never wanted to tap out more in a tattoo than working on these stupid flowers. I mean, I love them, I do. Let's see. But these roses, and I have one on each side, were death. I wanted to die. Those right there, those love handle side whatever they are, I can't even think. It was just so miserable. Hurt so bad. I just felt like the biggest wuss ever. But I was like, okay, my tattoo motto is temporary pain for a lifetime of badassery, because I look badass, my tattoos are badass, and so I just have to keep telling myself it's temporary, it's gonna stop, it's gonna stop, it's gonna heal, it's gonna look great. So big picture, you gotta just suck it up. And so that was the 4th session, and then the 5th session we finished it up. We did just detail work and stuff like that, and the design of this tattoo came from my tattoo artist. I kind of had like an idea. I was like, I knew I wanted a huge back piece to cover my whole back, and I wanted it to be American traditional. And I was thinking maybe like, you know, like a ship or some like a mermaid or something like that. And he's like, well, I had this idea for this tattoo that I've been really wanting to do. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So basically I gave him free reign. I let him design it. I let him like everything. I had zero say when it came to this tattoo. And it was great. I feel like when you give tattoo artists more artistic freedom, you just get such a better tattoo. And that's what I've done. Dustin and I both have done that a lot with Chris here at American Eagle. And we kind of just like, you know, we give him the idea, we pick, like Dustin has actually gotten a lot of the flash pictures off of the wall, and because American traditional, it's so cool, right? So it doesn't matter, like, yes, thousands, millions of people have that same tattoo, but it's American traditional, so it's not a big deal. Having like personalized tattoos, yes, it is fun. Dustin's got plenty of those, but he's just had so much fun picking just things off the wall, and then just letting Chris like kind of take the wheel on that, like with the colors and stuff. So that's basically like these. I'm like, okay, give me that, and then he's like, I just say, hey, make it blend in with the rest of the arm, make it, you know, make it look cohesive, and just give him the freedom to do it, and you get great work. And I think it's super fun. So. Yeah, I'm super happy with the way my back piece came out, and I am so glad that it's over. What's next for me and tattoos? I'm not sure. I still have a lot of skin that I can do things. My right leg has 0 tattoos on it, and my left leg has those 2 tattoos, and that's it. So, and then I know I want to get something here just so it matches up, you know. And I have an idea for that. I've got an idea for what I want right here, possibly right here. I have no idea what I'm gonna get right here. I feel like it should be something cool. I've been working on my arms, guys. Look, I'm trying to get some muscle. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep working on that, and then we'll figure out more. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But yeah, I think that's about it. I've got a couple spots on my body where I'm like, absolutely not. I will not get any foot tattoos, no stomach tattoos, no behind the ear. I do love the idea of having hand tattoos, but I'm just not going to do it. No, who knows if I'm going to have to get a job in the future. And no hand tattoos. I think although I do like it, I'm not gonna do it. What else? Yeah, I think that's about it. Like, there's spots that I don't want. I also think I want to do something right here, because look, it comes up right here on this one. I feel like it may be, but I don't know. I kind of don't want some other artist to come in with this one. I don't know. So we'll see. Who knows what's in store, but you know, moving to Colorado, we have to find brand new tattoo artists, and I know it's going to probably be more expensive over there. And Chris has really just set the bar so high for tattoos. We love his work, and we're really sad that we're not going to have him to tattoo us anymore. But that's what happens. Who knows? Maybe we'll be back someday. I don't know. Maybe he'll come visit. So that is about it. If you guys have any more questions about my tattoos or anything like that, please leave them in the comments below. Also, this tattoo competition for Inked magazine that I'm on, I am going to leave the link down below. There are different rounds. If you guys could please click on it and give me a vote. You can vote once every 24 hours. And there's several different groups, and then the first place winner from each group gets to move on to the next round. And lately I've been sitting at second and third place. Me and this other girl are just going back and forth on second and third place, but this other girl, she's been consistently at number one. And I'm really trying to beat her. So if you guys can please give me a like, a vote, and share the link with all your family and friends, I would be so grateful. I just think it would be so cool to, you know, win a cover of like a legit magazine and $25,000. Come on, who doesn't need $25,000? I get some more tattoos, and then maybe some more like equipment so I can make better YouTube videos for you guys. But that is it, and if you guys could please do me that favor, I'd be so grateful. But that is it for today, and if you have any tattoos or have like cool meanings, or if there's like a theme that you guys have, or just anything you want to share about your tattoos, leave that in the comment down below as well. Or if you know you have ideas or something like that of what you want to get someday. So, and tattoo artist recommendations, like leave where you're from, and comment down your favorite tattoo shop or tattoo artist, and you know, somebody else may be, you know, living in your area looking for suggestions as well. So that is it for today. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.